Oh, damn. I was muted during that whole sequence. Ah, damn. I was saying things. That's okay. That's cool and okay. And everything is great. Boom. Hello. My name is Fortnite. Today, we're playing Lego Fortnite. Today we're playing Lego Fortnite. And while we're here, we're gonna vibe. Right, so we got 2 endings, and we're gonna see if we can get ending 3 and 4, or die trying. That's the goal.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day. He's not here. Dunno. The little cap at murder escaped earlier this morning, while I was taking Yulia to the clinic. He can't have gone far, but if you find him, tell him the punishment he gets for coming back on his own won't be as bad as if I have to go looking for him.
Oh, I have to remember all these names and who they are and what they mean. Fuck.
Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me, and they keep coming back, if you know what I mean. Listen, I don't abduct women. You don't know Sturkus. Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
You'll be watching, huh? You can't hurt me. I have a God-given bow. Yeah, I can just walk in anytime. I can take this key as many times as I want. Right, we got multiple other endings we can go towards. Oh, what do we want to do? We have multiple options.
Magistrate. Yes, thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored.
We'll just wander around for a little bit, get into the game again, see what other options we can unlock, and see what happens.
Let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want? My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
Yeah,
You
that person wants to kill him.
heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more. Well, I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish. Unlikely, because it simply isn't true. Now, was there something else you wanted? Are you insane? You barge into my villa, uninvited, and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
I could bluff, because if you don't, I'm going to kill you. Do you think that'll get him?
You fool.
The many shall suffer.
Oh.
For the sake of the one.
Just threatening him is enough? Okay. Alright. The many shall suffer.
Thank you. Domitius doesn't usually... Why? Don't talk nonsense. How could you possibly know that? Nonsense! This is nonsense! I don't know how you know about my plans, but I'm absolutely sure Sentius is involved somehow. And now, I'm going to enjoy watching Domitius kill him even more.
No.
Now, get out of here! You outstayed your very limited welcome.
No, let's chat. Let's keep talking.
Get out of my villa before...
Well, that's rude. Let's keep trying that dialogue sequence. I want to know. We got to find some more proof.
Thank you. Thank you. Domitius doesn't... Don't... How?
I know all your secrets. Nah.
I don't know how you know about my... And now...
None of those options are good for him. Damn. Both those options have the same result.
Thank you. Domitius... You are... My name is... You... I like... Don't... How... Nonsense. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not listening to me with any of those options.
Thank you. Well, unlikely. I'm afraid. Don't talk. How? Nonsense. I don't know. And now.
Yeah, he is not gonna listen to me. Is there proof of the order to kill him on the body of the thief that I, like, missed?
And deeply honored to have been elected.
Ave.
Hi. Oh, do you have any more dialogue? Probably not.
A new fate.
Oh, I haven't done this.
Oh, how lovely. It just happens to be my favorite, too. Who do I have to thank for this? I see. So, it's from Galerius, then? Of course I do. I think everyone in the city knows. That man is a wonderful human being, and my favorite person in the world. But he is the least subtle, secret admirer you could imagine. The way he looks at me with those puppy dog eyes.
Oh my god.
He's been trying for weeks to get his hands on this flower. He went to so much effort, too. Suspending that rope above the lake, inventing that pulley device all on his own. He just stands there each morning, looking at the flower, trying to summon the courage to seize it. Oh, my heart.
Oh my god.
Tell that adorable oaf that my Vestal's vow of chastity ends once I turn 36. So if we ever make it out of here, and he doesn't mind waiting a few years, then tell him I love him too. I hope so.
Interesting. Okay.
See you again soon, I hope.
Is Galerius chilling over here? This dude isn't here anymore, right? We sent Galerius to take care of it.
A fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Where's Galerius now? No. Wait, would he be back there sitting at a bar? Is there a way there through here?
Shiny.
Ah. Where did he want me to go?
Hello. My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said, he gave me this key, and all I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But now nobody looks.
Wait, is that the place I went underground there?
Except my friend Galerius. Galerius already tried that. Like, Galerius, if you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here. Hannibal said it was...
Oh, that's how that questline intersects.
I can't remember what it was, just that it was... Bye-bye.
Do I have that?
Salve.
Did I give you the stuff?
What are you doing in Chini? What? Yulia? Yulia. Hopefully in a moment. That was
Oh, we've saved her life. Okay.
How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
I'm time travel.
Ah, look. If you don't want to tell me, that was like the gods hearing. You just saved a person's life.
Achievement.
You should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments.
That'd be great. We haven't talked to her yet.
Who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with what... Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but... No, that is definitely not normal.
The statues are talking to me.
The person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her, but that was Navia. Well, she used to run the clinic.
Okay, Navia used to run the
midwife,
clinic.
Not a physician, but she was the closest until she suddenly lost all. This changes everything, she kept saying.
Right,
The
her.
last time I saw
Okay.
her, and then she's been gone so long, but one of my patients is suffering. He's become... Thank...
I think
That's...
we got the stuff for him already on this playthrough.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
Hmm.
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far...
So they tried to poison you for some reason.
Please,
Or
just
she tried to
leave
poison
me
herself,
alone.
yes? I can't remember.
I don't want to talk about it. Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga. All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price.
Aurelia's way out was
She was supposed to be my
death.
friend.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
told her it would
I had a
take me
feeling.
years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did. I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it hemlock?
Yep.
Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware."
Wow.
Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes, and she...
So that didn't break the golden rule
She
because the
immediately
gods are
told
okay with
Malleolus
their
I'd
first
tried to
suffering,
escape without paying him back.
and also is an
Only
agreement.
He didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized
Wow.
had planned
Really?
the whole thing from the beginning. Of course, I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years,
Oh,
and
God.
there was nothing he could do. I thought
That's
about
terrible.
resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits.
Wow, we
while
fucking
I
hate this
worked.
guy.
Day, his wife Claudia was just as bad. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours.
Fuck.
Those two took everything from me. My hemlock. I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too.
You're not exactly innocent in all this. What? How?
I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could...
Yeah, I guess you did try to take their money, but I don't care because we hate that guy.
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me, only this time. I won't, honestly. It would have been... I doubt it. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. A lot. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelia set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now.
Malleus doesn't even notice that he does
I'll
that.
never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my... I doubt you could make it up to... I don't know who you are, or why you see...
Okay, hold on. I'm receiving buggy gameplay, so I'm gonna close out of that, and we're good. I'm not lagging anymore.
Oh,
I guess I'll ask your story.
Story? Oh, Well, our father found good husbands for my sisters, but I wasn't cut out for that kind of life.
So
he
you
found
worked
me
as a
job
scribe,
It was a good life for a while. Until
and then the fires
must
came.
have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless. My employer told me to
Then
grab what
fleed
valuables
into
I
the
could, and I
Tiber.
remember diving into the river. Thank you.
Yep.
If that's your idea of a joke.
I just clicked it on I just clicked that automatically. I didn't even mean to. Anyway, oopsie. I'm not gonna reload all that.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to All right, well, it was lovely to meet you.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
No, Ulpius.
No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there.
That's the...
What?
Why do you think...
I know, please.
I'm sorry.
So now we know exactly the situation Ulpius is in.
Thank...
I saved right this. I'm gonna go stop this
If you're
right now.
trying to make it easier for me to build up the nerve, it's... Let me guess.
No.
You know... Well, you don't... It's if I back...
Okay, there we go. I already saved Yulia's life. I'd like to help you too. Curta was able to get some students in time to save up. She's going to be fine.
Really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000.
I actually do have
to pay off
2,000.
both of our debts.
I think I actually do.
Really? Wait. So, I guess you'd want me to work for you then?
No.
You'd do that for us? A couple of complete strangers?
I have infinite money glitch.
It seems today we are both blessed.
Ah.
This did not turn out how I thought. Thank you, friend. I never thought people like you existed.
We're paying them with their own money.
Thank
Here's
you.
your money.
I'll go and pay off our debts immediately. I just wish there was some way I could repay you. But I have nothing.
It's okay. I got infinite money. Don't worry about it.
I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the good news. Thanks again, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us.
I hope that this is a questline I can automate with Gallius at the beginning of the next loop. Oh. These are the plaques. Oh, I wonder if this is going to stay there between runs. Oops. This is the great... Okay, this is the Great Temple. That's where our boss fight with Hades will be. Huh. Interesting. I've never been here before. Coin pouch? $250. Treasure hunter. Achievement? Is that it? Is that all there is here? Interesting. Can I get over there? Is there anything worth... Oh, I've never been here before. What? Have I? No, this is just back at the start, isn't it? Yeah. How much money do I have? Okay. I have enough money to pay them again if I give it to Gallius. Alius. Yeah, where is Gallius Alius? I need to talk to that man.
Citizen.
I've given you your stuff, right?
Name's Wolf. See you.
Where's Gallius Alius?
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune.
I know you need my help. I'm trying. I'm busy doing shit. You understand? Voice in the statues.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff.
Have I talked to you, Virgil?
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived when you... Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing.
Well, it didn't work with the shrine.
You don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek. Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived.
Ah!
Begs the interesting question, who really built this place?
That's lore.
Far older than any of us imagine.
That is lore.
There was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Ah.
Gladly.
Interesting. So maybe he'll say he's Hades and not Pluto or whatever.
Series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm. Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just please try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Yeah, okay, so that's how you escape.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually
Sentius do that?
To a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown.
We know whose temple that is now. That is Hades.
It's probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible
Video
for
gaming.
the golden...
Hello, Bronze.
Somebody figures out a way inside. I suppose we'll never know. Of course. Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place.
How's it going?
While it's all a bit vague,
How's it going?
he has a vision. My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you ask. You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question.
In the last 3 hours, trying the
you the
same mission
same
over and
thing I
over in
tell everyone
Darkhide,
else.
special
There are
event
much
thing.
worse places
Were you
to
able to
live out
finish
your
it?
days. You
Sounds
might
like
have
you
a few sleepless
weren't.
nights thinking about the golden
Sorry.
rule. But once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could
Probably need
cost
more
you
gear,
everything,
more talent
it's
points.
not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway. Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Noviomagus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans. Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human.
That is suspicious.
You'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care.
Beat it on the try.
Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you? Fair enough. And I'm... Fair enough.
What did he say?
Which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, and I'm pretty sure. Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option. I'm glad.
What if I literally ask, how do you remove a god from power?
It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
Wait, graffiti, someone thinks you're a sinner? I didn't realize that.
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with preference for male company.
Someone's mad that he likes men.
Nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked.
This is so sad.
That kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. Nice of you to say, but not necessary.
What if we kill God as a
the
treat?
Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti. I have quite the collection of handwritten notes too. The strange
Ancient
thing is,
Roman
I keep my
homophobe.
personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
The Christians are out for him!
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one God, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
They don't break it today, I don't think.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused. Come back and let me know.
We have another side quest. This game is just giving us more side quests.
Secret admirer. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure. Nice to talk.
Oh god. Where do we go? What are we gonna do? There are so many options. Okay, I'm still looking for fucking so many people. Decius? Why do I have to talk to
One of
Decius?
these statues is worth on the house. Hello there, friend. May I say, that is a...
Never believe me if I told you.
I'll take your word for it. But perhaps you'd be interested...
It's not for sale.
Oh well, let me...
Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
But I did overhear Fabia telling Georgius she saw something.
In this video entertainment e-gaming content product, yeah, the dialogue is pretty good. Dialogue is pretty good. We got so many visual novel options.
Very well, another time.
To talk to people. This guy's an asshole. Fabia, I don't know who I'm talking to. Oh shit, I'm not paying enough attention to the dialogue. Oops, I need to do it.
Salve and welcome.
Hi, any idea who's threatening Virgil?
Terrible shame, that is. Maybe this'll help.
I forget, was Fabio the Christian?
Cleaning my oven when
I don't think she is.
Outside. The forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what was going on.
I forget all the
To be honest,
names.
I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I put my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I couldn't tell who. It was too dark. I called out to them, but they just turned and ran off without a word. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch and the light glinted off something metallic. Armour, I think. So I suppose it could only be one of three people. Horatius, Domitius or Rufius. I hope that helps.
Horatius, Domitius, or Rufius? I don't think Rufius is Christian. Domitius, I don't remember who that and Horatius is. Okay.
All right.
Doing some side quests here. I don't think it's Domitius. Rufius.
Citizen.
Don't remember.
On your best
Horatius.
behavior, I trust.
I really don't even think it's any of these guys. I'm gonna guess Rufius. Are you the one threatening Virgil? Fair enough.
So you're...
We hate, you know, maybe it is Domitus. He's an asshole. But I don't think he's Christian.
Couldn't stay at all. Do I seem like an... What?
Let's see if we can just get somebody to confess immediately.
All weapons are to be top. What is it, citizen? What? Absolutely not.
I haven't done all these dialogue options with you.
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested. I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Sure. Okay. We've got names, their class, their duty, and their notes. Interesting. Sure, I'll give it back to you by tomorrow. I'll just say thanks for now. Lol.
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. by threatening to execute 1 in 10 men. The idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you...
Yeah, it works.
You could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny. Well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
War crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
That's what's that's messed up.
Your sort wouldn't last a week in the Legion. What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
Interesting.
If you like.
I get your I understand your perspective. Weirdo.
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my... See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator. Sentius knows about it, of course. This place will be different with that sleazer there. I appreciate the thought. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia.
Right.
What business? A lot of people have been looking for her, but it's been...
Yeah, I know what they did to her.
Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. You might fare better. Fine. All right. What now? What bit? No, it's not that. We all care, but I learned long ago, but I don't want to see it. If you're accusing... You're grasping at straws, and it's not.
Didn't work, no. Sentius here? No. Whoa.
Ave.
Hi. I know your secrets.
We have? Is that... Seem...
I'd like you to release Dooley. Right now.
Thank you.
And we cannot just ask him to immediately, like, release his daughter. Hi, Ulfius, how are you doing?
Shalom. Scintilla and I were in love. And then...
Yeah, okay.
2 days ago.
That's who you're in love with.
She went missing.
Okay.
All right. One night a few months ago, when I was cleaning Malleolus's villa, I heard a young woman singing. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever heard. I wasn't allowed out, so once everyone else was asleep, I climbed up the inside of the villa and onto the roof, just to see where that sound was coming from. And that's when I saw her. Standing in the garden of the magistrate's villa, I just sat there on the roof, listening to her with my chin on my knees. And for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful. And then she looked up and saw me, and she smiled. I knew at that moment the fates had brought me to her, and from the moment she asked my name with this warmth and curiosity, I knew I'd done anything. And so for weeks on end, each night I'd climb out of the villa and into her father's garden. We'd hold hands and talk about all the things we'd do once we got out of here. Like having our own vineyard. And then one morning I woke up and everyone was out searching for her. They said she'd vanished in the night. All I could do was keep my head down and...
Oh, I know what happened to her. I know what happened to her.
All I know is she loved me. And if she had known a way out, she would have told me. She'd never have taken her own life. And there's no way anybody could have killed her under the Golden Rule. I can't prove it, but I just know she's still alive somehow. Even now, it's as if I can hear her voice in my head, crying out to me. That can only mean one thing. Somebody abducted her.
You think you know.
I have no
you know the truth.
Or who would want to do something like that to such a sweet, lovely girl? But what else could have happened?
Hello, Bobby and Hollow Inside. Why does he look like so? You can't say that about people. The graphics in this video game are very... The faces feel a little bit weirdly exaggerated in general, but otherwise, maybe it's just that they look stiff. The whole game is Skyrim-esque. Hello, all inside. What's up? We're gaming. That's what we're doing. We're gaming. Oh, there's Gallius. I'm trying to... No, I need to... No, come back.
Had something to do with it. He is without doubt the most...
But he's wrong about Malios.
Ever known. I have no idea where he'd be keeping her, but there is one room in his villa.
Is
upstairs,
there?
Which is always locked.
Huh.
I've never seen the inside of it, and I haven't been able to steal a key without breaking the Golden Rule. But I have a feeling that if you could get in there somehow, it would shed light on a great many things.
Huh. I didn't know he had a locked room up there. Oh, I already tried that, apparently.
Really? I was sure he was hiding something in there. I feel like I've looked everywhere. At least everywhere I could get to. There are still two places I've never been able to reach. First, the palace. If Navia managed to get in, then I suppose Centilla could have too. The only other place she could be is somewhere in the Cistern network. I remember hearing that Dooley had been poking around in the upper Cistern before he was locked up. So you could ask him about it, I suppose.
I can't release Dooley in the upper cistern. I can't go to the upper cistern without starting the end of the game.
All right, friend.
That possible ending. Gallius, where did you run to? Where did you fucking run to, Gallius? Where the fuck did you go? Gallius, where the fuck did you go? God damn it, Gallius. Fine. I will continue my quest until I find Gallius. Oh, hi, Livia.
Just as the but it...
Okay, I already did all that stuff. I don't think...
Cerberus lifts his triple head.
Cerberus lifts his triple head.
His threefold
Okay. I wonder if we're gonna have to fight Livia. I mean, Cerberus. The
their traits, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Oh. No stealing. Fish. Huh. I can keep investigating for stuff. What is this for? Fuck. There are too many side quests. I can't be asked to read all of them right now. No, we don't need to steal your $11. Stone Oh! Rufius is doing it. Rufius is Christian? Rufius is Christian too. There are two Christians here. It must be Rufius. Oh, hi, Gallius.
Salve again, my Sisyphean friend. Now, what's on your... Thanks. What did she say?
She knew it was from you. She asked me to tell you that once she turns 36, she's allowed to marry and that she loves you too.
Venus, that is the best news I've ever heard in my life. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how happy you've made me.
Lead resolve, secret admirer. That's so cute.
Thank you properly, but I don't have much to offer you. All I can do is tell you where there's a secret stash of coins you might be interested in.
Sure.
In the rock tunnel near the stairs, there's a little doorway set into the rock. Inside, if you look carefully, you can see a chest. Unfortunately, one of those golden huntress statues is blocking the path, and I'm not game to move it. If you can figure out how to...
I don't need money, though. I already have an infinite money glitch, so I'm good.
All right, friend.
Thank you, though. Thank you, Gallius. Now, I guess we'll go to Rufius. Where are you? Where are you hanging out? Where are you?
Sometimes I stare at the great temple.
I think I know who it is.
Oh, some people say, and I'm fair enough. Nice to...
It's one of two people. I know two Christians. But I haven't approached Rufius.
Whatever's
Where
in
is he?
that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet he's worth a fortune.
Where are you? Where are you? Where do you hang out? Where are you hanging out?
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Where is he? Where the fuck is he? There you are.
Citizen.
Oh, let me save first. In case.
No,
I know it was you.
Yeah? So you...
Fuck.
May Apollo keep you safe.
I know.
Love springtime.
Okay, it might be the other woman. The other Christian woman. If Virgil is right about Christians hating on him. Where's the other lady too?
Don't you just love springtime?
I do love springtime. Where's the other lady? Got a lot of different possible paths here. Oh, okay, I already went here. You're an asshole.
Isn't that you're here. And, I hope there's something dangerous.
Don't waste. Not interested. Sorry.
Just because I take back. Let's just for.
Gosh, I don't.
Not for a few weeks now. Last time
Right.
I saw him, he was sitting at a table with Georgius, whispering about some job. I remember because they kept looking over their shoulders as if they didn't want anyone else to know. So, naturally, I hovered.
There are a lot of leads to wrap up in this game. Oh my god.
Vanishing. And then, the next day, Kabash just disappeared.
Interesting.
All right.
I could approach her about the way out. This Rufus note. Incomplete note. An incomplete. This is your warning, sinner. Oh. Yeah, there it is. There's proof. I missed it last time. Stone carving. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Thought to have divine protective properties. Yeah, really? Okay, so you hate. Oh my god. You hate gay people, but you keep cock in your room as a man. Just like like PP? You just like PP?
No idea what you're talking about. Look, I haven't been at my best lately. I know that. It's the rheumatism.
So you're gonna blame your pain on... You're gonna blame your homophobia on...
Starts to mess with your head.
Oh my god.
Makes you angry, mean. I know that's not an excuse for how I acted. But it's the truth. But with the willow bark, I'm already starting to feel like myself again. I'll leave him alone from now on.
Okay.
It's not as if I was ever going to hurt him anyway.
Okay, fine.
Lashing out.
Okay.
Going to go and clean up the graffiti. Just forget this ever happened. Will you?
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. That's okay.
The 49 melodies finish again.
Okay.
His brightness was like the light.
Where is Yeah, okay. Where is... Okay, I have to go up, probably. Yeah. There's probably a map, and I just don't remember what it is. Zip line.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh, I almost got stuck there. Let's talk to Virgil first.
Sometimes I stare at the great... Any news about my... You went snooping in his place? That was risky.
I have permission to snoop.
Have you... Really? Poor fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head. Well done for figuring that out.
Ended homophobia.
Really? That's promising. I'll keep an eye out for him. Nice to talk to you.
Cool. Hello.
Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. My friend. And in a city full of Romans you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes. But the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name.
Oh.
They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina. I am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? I pull my hair out. After a while I give up and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept the world is Romana. Plus I have no hair left to pull. But my point is this. If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans.
True.
The lake you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dooley.
Dooley? Really?
I cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes shiny things.
Oh.
Especially those that once belonged to my people.
Oh, okay.
It makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite.
He still has it? Okay.
Ah, I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath the ash. Very well, but the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself. For several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may...
And that's not breaking the golden rule, is it, huh?
Yet the next day, when I return, the food is missing. The offering, it is symbolic, you see. It is never eaten. So I ask, who?
Oh.
What is devouring the food in this temple?
Oh, interesting.
Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw? Nothing. Nobody entered.
I think they're taking your offering.
Was gone.
I think this is further evidence that there are Greek gods here.
Of this at the tavern. He offered to help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, he was never seen again. I do not think you should pursue this, my friend, but you do not strike me as a kind of...
Okay, interesting. Because that is a different... That was a whole quest line. The Temple to Demeter. Wait. Wait, is this one Demeter? Wait, okay, wait. Is this a different... That's the shrine that collapsed. I took a statue from another temple. Huh. Is that not this one? I assumed I took the bow from Demeter, but... Whoa! Oh! Yeah, that was Demeter. We have secrets. We have secrets to uncover. Think there'll be anybody who tries to kill me down here? Liar! Greek liar. Greek statues. Ooh. Ah. Tunnels. Limestone?
Ah, a visitor. Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm Cookie.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here? Ah, yes, that cursed thing. I know exactly where it is.
You do, huh?
I will tell you everything I know, But first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute.
Yeah? Philosophical argument? Okay.
Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Oh, interesting. Pluto, god of the underworld.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Sounds easy enough. I don't know much Socrates.
The difference between right and wrong.
Yes.
And to what extent? In every situation?
In most situations.
You're not in... That is quite sensible. Indeed, I'm reminded of something Socrates once said. To paraphrase, better to know that you know nothing than to know nothing and think that you know.
I would agree.
Because knowledgeable people have learned enough to know they know very little in the broader scheme of things.
It's true. It's good. You wouldn't want to fake being right, I think.
About right and wrong was acceptable because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution.
And yet,
to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
whose version of right and wrong?
Excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry.
The God's version of right and wrong.
This. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
No. Or there's more than one system of morality which is always perfectly correct? No.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I think there's no such thing as a correct morality.
Each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually, or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
Both. I think both.
Good. Never discuss. Would you say you know? And to what? So that is. I'm reminded. Better. It is. You. So. But un. So. So. Are you sure? So if a man feels that stoning to death his unfaithful wife is right, then is it right? I agree.
No, because I think, okay, they're not giving me dialogue options for what I do think.
I see. So you get to decide right from wrong. The people who see things differently are not allowed.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Empathy, the emotion. Let me ask you.
This isn't what I'm saying.
Imagine
this isn't what I'm trying to say. Hold on.
Of your beloved spouse, knowing there will be no legal A high-minded ideal. Our empathy, can such a beguiling thing be a reliable cornerstone? Good. Would you say? And so that is, better. It is. You see. So, but under so to. So, how can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code, then wouldn't it follow that only one can be the correct one?
No. No, no. What's right and wrong is up to each individual person. And different people can have different thoughts about what they think is right and wrong. And then they'll disagree, like...
Are you sure? Or is it... So is it up to each of us? Good.
We're going back in loops.
You sound confident, knowing that your moral errors would... Interest? I'm reminded of... Better to know that you... It is... You see... So we... But under the... So to... So let me ask you... Let me... And you can follow that system in all situations. And that's a credit to you. It is... Good. Would you say... I see. Then a word of advice. You see out there... So we would... But under the gold... So to...
This dialogue is a trap. He's always gonna... I cannot voice how I actually feel in this situation. So I have to... I think he's always going to have a counterpoint.
That is an excellent question. So let me... How can that be? So if there is a correct... You know, I think you'd find an ally in Herodotus, a scribe from among my people who lived some 400 years ago. He told the story of a man named Darius, whose curiosity was piqued when he learned that a certain tribe had the practice of eating their dead. He asked some Greeks who burnt their dead, "What would it take for you to eat your dead?" Aghast, they replied, "Nothing." Then he asked the tribe who ate their dead, "What would it take for you to burn your dead?" "Nothing," they replied, equally aghast. From this, Herodotus concluded that custom is king, that right and wrong are merely local ideas which do not survive the journey from one tribe to another. I take it you're in agreement? Then let me ask you this. If you visited a tribe where they ate each other, copulated with the would you still maintain that within such a tribe there is nothing wrong with such conduct?
Why not? Fuck it, go crazy.
And while I do not agree with you, at least you would have the support of Herodotus. My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong. Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made, such as where it is necessary for self-defense or to prevent a greater evil. For any rule, you can imagine there are countless situations in which that rule may be suspended. And those situations are impossible to codify. If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them.
kind of true.
Also, we must accept our limitations and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all. I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
It was a pleasure debating Steven Universe with you.
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story. I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunken mercenary. It became heated, he drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen.
He knew!
Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill,
He just straight up knew.
I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
He straight up knew that it was Karen. Okay, he's the only person who knows what's going on here. I mean, not the only person, but one of the few. Hades, you mean Pluto?
One and the same. The Romans call him Pluto.
How many crimes did you not commit? I've committed
People called him Hades.
no crimes.
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same.
Ah, he's been able to hide down here this whole time.
I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again. I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
How are you doing, Astra?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition.
You goof? That's good.
Others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
Oh, Kabash, okay, is down here.
Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides...
It's good to be good, it's good to be goof.
And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter.
You've been eating it.
The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better. As you wish. Ha! If I did, would I be living like this? Did we not discuss it at length already? You seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription. It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you if Kabash had not already taken it.
Oh.
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek.
Yep.
The architecture, the temples.
We know this now.
When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead.
Yeah.
And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans. However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription. We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die.
I know Egyptians had ties with Romans, but I don't know about Greeks.
To rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
This game.
There are certain things you take this key.
Key to the catacombs, oh boy.
I enjoyed our chat.
Catacombs of Carthus. I bet you can play a bad liar. Am I going the right way? Am I going the wrong way? I'm going back up, so that's probably not where I want to be. Yeah, okay, I just went the opposite way. Whoops. The Greeks are here! So that's why all this stuff is here on the way down, because they were in a hurry to bring all their shit down. And they didn't even bother setting it up. And now, the implication is that maybe before the Greeks were here, Egyptians were here?
You carried the gift of Prometheus in your hand. Remarkable.
Yep. Ooh, I can swim. To the catacombs. There aren't going to be scary bone statues down here, right? Ooh. Well, there are. Thanks a lot, dude. Debate philosophy. Your friends turn to statues, huh? You could have at least told me. Very pretty area. Hey! Don't look at me. Oh, shit. Get dunked on. Oh, what do you know? Ancient Egyptian architecture. We're here before the Greeks. Okay. What's the deal with that? Get ragdolled, idiot. Okay. An Egyptian plaque which translates the many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Ah! What the fuck? Can I not take this? Okay. That's not the plaque I'm looking for then. Fuck you. Why are you fucking sprinting that way? Fuck you. Kick. Got an achievement for kicking them into things. I'm gonna need to get more arrows. There's another one here, right? Gotcha. Ah, I did not expect this. I'm gonna find, like, Christian hell down next. Hi. Wait.
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who are you? I am Kabash. And let me guess. Another Greek or Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors,
I think technically I'm trying to restore the plaque.
Trousers, boots, curious here. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want? To what end? That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it and restore the honor of Osiris.
Osiris? Wow.
Now, as for the other plaque. Indeed, I have it right here.
Okay.
I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was. You may not.
I may not.
Fact, I am about to destroy it. Because
Why?
it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie. I
How
will
so?
tell you, but first, do you know what this place is?
The Egyptian underworld?
It has a name, and that is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story, and here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers, but instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing his name and replacing it with Hades. Even
wow.
the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron, as if that desecration was not enough. They built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld.
Really?
So that ours was forgotten.
What? That you can just do that?
That the Greeks then
What the fuck?
Same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began anew.
This game's about colonialism. Even more than I thought it was.
I am glad to hear it. Which brings me to this other, fourth plaque. It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered.
Mesopotamia? Is it gonna be...
My people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this, I cannot accept.
Why not?
I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
If it did...
You will never know.
Please don't.
You are too late. It is done. You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness. We You again. I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th...
the Tiber. I need to, like, look up a map to see where this fucking river is.
And smoke was all around us.
Just, like, see how significant it is geologically to all these places.
He tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs.
Jesus Christ.
I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kirti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead. This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me. I think if someone is to break the golden rule, it will not be me. For I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As for the punishment that will come from it, I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods. I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps
I'm very curious. We're gonna jump into this pit. This game is so much longer than I thought it would be, too. I think we'll stream again on Monday.
To venture down there. Is everyone so good? Wait. I urge you, return.
Well, maybe you should have given that to me. Nurgle. Don't look at me. Monsters could be anywhere. Oh, the Sumerians were trying to defend themselves against something. Huh, interesting. Stranger, heed the final words of Namkuzu. Bear witness to our aftermath and lament us. We did our best to live as the gods commanded. We planted and harvested together. We shared bread and beer. We accepted newcomers with open arms as if family. But with such each newcomer, the bonds of our family strained, and soon we were as strangers to each other. And when those bonds were finally broken, my brothers and sisters planted only for themselves and ate and drank alone. It was there in the empty space between us that sin took root. Nurgle's sentinels have awoken and clamor at our barricades. Learn from our miss. So, we thought it was Pluto and Hades. Now we see ancient Egypt. How deep does this fucking go? How deep does this game fucking go? The truth is even more sinister. Uh-oh. Ah! That was scary. And kind of funny. Like, that was necessary. Don't look at me. So who's trying to speak to me through these statues then? Strange stone object in the shape of a suitcase. We'll probably never know what this was for. Perhaps carrying things? So they're trying to keep the statues out, I think. Whoa. Ah, shit, that looks scary. Okay, they're not letting me go any further that way. Stop fucking looking at me.
When I told you that you would not find a way back up, that was not a prediction.
Really?
Was a promise.
Really? Come on. Why?
I disagree. I warned you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege, but you persisted. You have undermined and dishonored the true god of the underworld. How did you think this would end, if not with bloodshed? Very well, I will listen. But if I sense deception, or if you further insult my gods, I will carry out my threat. So tell me, why should I let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy?
Something can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. There's no shame in building on the works of the people who came before you. I'm just trying to replace all the plaques taken from the desecrated obelisk.
Why? To what end? But why? What business could you have with Osiris? Blasphemous fool! You have sealed your own fate. Ha, good. I welcome it.
What? You're condemning me for something that you yourself are happy for.
Osiris bellows with rage, and his voice shakes the very foundations of the earth. I can only hope one more tremor will lay waste to this fragile place once and for all, and you along with it. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Yeah, how would I be able to get back up from here? Oh, Sentius is much closer than I thought. Fuck you. Talk to me. Kavash is terrified. You should try talking to him later. Okay. There must be something I can convince him. Maybe I should have gone back to George.
What? Then you admit it. Many weep, and yet did our. I am not sure I. Perhaps there is some truth in that. What is it? You are persuasive. Very well.
Oh my god.
You live, and you may do what you will with that plaque. I will remain here for a while and attempt to learn what I can about the foundations of my people's beliefs. Go.
Thank you. Thank you. Are there any secrets down here? No? Okay. Cool.
You again. Of course.
Thank you for letting me escape with my life and the plaques. So I have 3 of the plaques now, and the last one Dooley has? Okay. Why didn't you tell me?
Good to see you again, friend. Did you find what you need?
Why didn't you fucking tell me?
Huh. Good to see.
Fucking no dialogue option for me to accuse him. Fuck you. That's very interesting, because this is very clearly the underworld. I wonder how deep the underworld goes. Deep, deep, deep. Who is beneath? Civilization after civilization. Is it nighttime yet? Oh, it's getting close. George. George. George isn't here. This is the bathtub. I'm very curious. What could possibly happen next? The light is fading. Where's George? Thank you for cleaning.
Never seen a lamp like that before. Like, welcome back. Nice.
Thank you for cleaning. Sinner. Oh, no, you can keep cleaning that. Okay.
A golden bow. Just like a feeling or that's
See you.
How many statues do I have? Oh, Al wrote this one. Oh, God. Where's George? George.
Never have I. Hey, my friend. Have you... Truly, my imagination runs wild. But if what you say is true, I will have to satisfy myself with being. Should I stop my offerings though? Very well. Now, was there something you wanted? I hope that.
Yep, just keep leaving. Keep leaving offerings. Okay.
Shiny. That's quite an impressive bow you have.
I guess I have much fewer leads now than I thought. Oh, there are a lot of options here that I haven't done yet. There's so much to do, so much to see. Where is,
Are they?
Night is falling, though. I'll have to rob
Do you have
somebody
any
soon.
news about your investigation? Of course. Well, if you stopped one person from breaking it, and allow me to explain. The crux of it, to us, if you manage the if I so excellent it look. Ask then. Good. Thank you. I'll
I thought the option said there was optional. I can tell you who I suspect.
Of course. Yeah. Why do you say that? What? That's... I'm speechless. How do you know? Of course, this isn't your first loop, is it? Well then, you must stop him from winning the election. I expect you'll need some kind of leverage on him, but I can't be seen to be involved in this, of course, so you'll be on your own. You'd better not waste any time, and Meswada, goddess of persuasion, go with you. Good.
Okay, so you're not helpful. What if I tell him he's gonna break the golden rule?
Of course. Yeah. Why then did you say... it looks like you'll... Thank you.
What's the other person here? Hi.
Oh, I wish Horatius would... You know, some people say it, but what kind of an awful... Did you hear? What do you have to... No response. I'm telling you, either that... I trust...
Alright. I think we will... Like, what are my options here?
Are they?
Time is running out.
Are they?
A golden bow.
Where is...
Apollo and Diana's.
Oh, she's not here anymore. Where did she go? Excuse me.
I hope you're coping.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
That's the thing about the Great Temple, huh? Oh, I can fall down here? Ah! You died. Okay. Like, wait, they let me do this?
Ave.
Ave. The birds were singing. The dogs were chirping. On days like this, kids like you. Bottom text. Oh, where am I? Okay, Octavia is the Christian. Octavia is the name. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. To end the stream, I think we're going to start a new loop so we have more time to do everything. Because the last thing we have to do is rig the election. Claudia really cries in there all day. Okay, let's do this. Hi, Claudia. How's it going?
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Okay.
Talk.
The dainty...
Well, don't it...
That's a lot of money. Anyway.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
The many shall suffer. Bye. Donk. I'm gonna need more of those arrows, though. I've been using too many of them. Whoops. Gallius, no! I guess I could go through that segment again and just pick up a bunch of arrows and leave. Maybe it's Persephone that is calling me. Ba, 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 ba. Gallius. Alias.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me... Well...
Oh, thank you for the follow. Fairly okay? Are you feeling fairly okay? Oh. I think that I'm gonna end the stream now, though. That is...
You?
Oh. Oh, yeah, you can have him do everything. And he charges you the money. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. I have been streaming for a few hours and it is 1 a.m. So I think I'm going to end the stream now. I will pick up this game again on Monday. Oh my god, I'm tired. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Good game though. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited. We'll see what happens. I was not expecting that other plot twist about this being the underworld underneath another underworld, underneath another underworld, above another underworld, and then another underworld. I wonder how many more underworlds we have to go. It seems like I'm almost done with the main stuff here in this town. The last thing I have to do is rig the election so Sentius wins and not I can't pronounce his name. Anyway, thanks for the follow. Thanks for joining my stream tonight. I think I'm gonna nail this 360 quickscope. I missed.
So, well,
I missed. I'm dead. I could never hit Gallius. That would just be wrong. That would just be wrong and bad and evil. I could never do that. But you know what I could do?
well.
Wait, are you?
Love your clothes. So exotic.
I forgot where the stairs are. There they are. Donk.
Shall suffer the sins of the one.
Money. Money.
After everything we've built.
What a beautiful day. We'll have to get some more arrows. All right, in the meantime, this has been a Cookie Fortnite stream. It was a pleasure debating Steven Universe with you. Have a good night, every pony. Bye-bye.